Welcome to Image Autopsy. I'm Garrett Bolkus, host of this web series. The Last Breath team and I have over 12 years of trail camera data that has led to the harvesting of some amazing whitetail bucks. In this series, we're going to break down and dissect trail camera photos and videos and explain how we use that data to target and harvest these big deer. Each episode, we're going to showcase a particular buck that we have hunted and harvested. The goal of this series is to show you and better understand how we've used trail cameras to become more efficient hunters and more effective whitetail hunters. Be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel as we will be dropping a brand new episode each week. From summer scouting to the very last day of season, we break it all down. Thanks again for tuning in to Moultrie's Image Autopsy. Welcome to Moultrie's Image Autopsy Season 2. Today we're talking about how cameras, and specifically mobile cameras, can really tell you when a spot is hot, it's hot. Today we're talking about a deer that Jesse was able to harvest called Raphael. This farm is very unique. Matt and Jesse hunt this small corridor, I guess you could call it, that's less than 40 acres, comprised of some ags, some timber, but really it's a little bit of sparse and both in between. They usually only run about 2, maybe 3 cameras to cover their needs, and that does just what they need it to do, to be able to keep tabs on this little hotspot. Now, Raphael is a monster-bodied 8-point that they'd gotten on camera several times. And being honest, Matt and Jesse went into this spot to hunt a different deer that they'd called Chavez. Using their Moultrie mobile cameras, they found that in a matter of days, they had picture after picture after picture of buck, deer, and specifically mature deer. Though again, they went in to hunt a single deer called Chavez, Raphael presented. Interestingly enough, if you cycle back and watch this episode, you'll notice that they saw Chavez. However, a coyote bumped the doe that he was with and they thought the hunt was over. Seconds later to find out that Raphael was in the area as well and gave Jesse a shot. The takeaway message from this is that when your cameras are firing off and you have that ability to look at your mobile data almost immediately, you can tell that when there's a hot doe or an area is really picked up with activity, an opportunity is probably not far from there. Matt and Jesse took this information, went in to hunt a mature deer, and even though the one that they were necessarily targeting wasn't in there, another mature deer that's absolutely beautiful was in the area, gave Jesse a shot, and let you know that, like I said, when it's hot, it's hot.
We kind of completely forgot about it because we got tunnel vision on this specific deer. Well, Chavez, who is a big 4-year-old that is extremely pretty, was there 4 days in a row, right in front of the hole. So we couldn't hunt that night because it was Halloween, my kid's first Halloween. I wasn't going to miss it. So we laid out, didn't go. Chavez was there. But so we go in the next morning, November 1st, high hopes to kill Chavez. We can see some deer up there. And all of a sudden, these deer like disperse like, I don't know, fireworks or something. But ends up be a coyote running all these deer around, and Chavez is running right at us, and he turns and heads back into the timber at like 5 yards right in front of us. And so there goes that. Well, we decided just to keep sitting there. Maybe we'll get lucky and he'll come back through. It is the rut, so you never know what's going to happen. So we're sitting there and we decide that we want to maybe move a little bit to a little more cover. So we move about 5 yards to our left, and we're sitting there for like, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. We're talking back and forth, and I just happened to look out in the field, and there's this mature buck standing right in the only hole I have at like 24 yards.
Yep, I got him.
Huh?
I got him. The slump has been broken.
My streak has been broken.
You hit him a little back, but
I
still.
hit him a little back, but I pounded him. And we were sitting here, and I saw a coyote chase a bunch of deer. Well, Chavez was one of them, and he ran me. And we've been sitting here, and we moved spots to a little more cover, and I just happened to look up, and the buck I just shot was a big 8-pointer
He was standing there, 20 yards, and I had a hole about this big. And I shoved it right through there. Ground and pound. Are you freaking kidding me? How can we keep pulling this off year after year with a bow? You do not know how good this feels.